again, I copied it over to my the info training source and target,
Your
and
project
then
folder.
yes, that's correct. That's the word. A project folder, and I
Mm-hmm.
created a mapping. And then when I
Mm-hmm.
created the mapping, you know how sometimes your data gets truncated and you have to go fix it. I wasn't able to do it because it was grayed out. Is that because the source is in a different folder, and that's where I have to fix it?
Can you share your screen?
Oh, um, okay. 1 second. So it'll be a little bit because I kind of got rid of everything. But let
No.
me just redo everything what I did. It should be quick.
So, yeah, can you say that again? So you imported your source and target in the shortcut folder, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And then I copied it over to my project folder.
When you say copy, you dragged and dropped into your
I dragged and
project
dropped,
folder.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
And then I created my mapping in my project folder.
Correct. That's what we're
Okay.
supposed to do.
Okay. So far, so good. And so now when I'm looking at my mapping and my source, uh,
Source and target are grayed out. Yeah, it will be grayed out because if you want to make any changes in your source and target, you have to do it in your shortcut folder. You cannot do it in your project folder.
okay. And so I'll have to fix my source and my target before dragging and dropping into my project folder and then
No,
creating a
no,
mapping.
no, no. So if you drag and drop and you forgot to make any changes, all you have to do is simply go to your shortcut folder, make your changes,
Uh-huh.
then log out and log in from your regular folder. The changes will automatically reflect.
Oh, okay.
I covered this multiple times in the class. So anytime you
Oh,
use shortcut folders, if anytime you import your source and target in your shortcut folder, you drag and drop to your regular folder, and you would like to make changes, you forgot to do something like you forgot to select. Suppose you want to increase the length of the name from 5 to 15, or you want to forgot to select add currently processed file name. You're not going to delete, guys. There is no deleting. Stop deleting things. Stop deleting things and saying I'll do it over. No, that's not how coding works. You have to fix your existing things. So anytime you have to make changes to your source and target, you have to go to your shortcut folder, make changes, because it will be disabled, it will be grayed out in your project folder. Then you have to come back to your project folder, log out and log in. Okay, so let me share my screen. Do you see my screen here?
yes.
So let me see any source which I imported as a shortcut. Okay, so this one is imported as shortcut. So see, it will be grayed out here. Everything will be grayed out. Okay? The number, name, the length, and even the target will be grayed out. If I include it, so I imported this as shortcut, everything is grayed out. So if I want to make changes, so suppose I want to increase the length of the emp ID from number 1 to number 10, I cannot make changes here. Okay, so I'll have to go to my shortcut folder. So open my sources, flat file, and best by. Then I can make changes over here. So suppose if I make these changes from 1 to 2, say okay, Control S. So if I go back to my regular mapping, it will still say 1 only. It will not say 2. So I simply have to disconnect and connect back. And now it will say 2. Do you see it? It says 2 here.
Yes, I do. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Now if it will still say 1 throughout the mapping. Either I can double click and change this to 2 throughout the transformations, or I can simply right click propagate attributes and say propagate. So do you see in the filter it changed the precision of MPID from 1 to 2. In source qualifier, in everywhere it changed from 1 to 2, 2 and 2. Everywhere it changed from 1 to 2. Clearly says over here. And then I just do Control S. That's it.
Abdul, why we use like this two-step process when we can already do it in the main folder, but just doing it before in that folder we have to do it in shortcuts and then take it into the main folder?
This source was you first imported in shortcut folder and then you dragged and dropped into the regular folder. Okay, I'll cover that also. I don't think you guys are paying attention in class. Okay, why do we use shortcuts? Can someone tell me?
To easily fix the mistakes and then refresh, and we can get the mistakes fixed
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. So okay, so suppose this source I'm using it in 10 different mappings. If I want to change the length from 1 to 2, I would have to go to each. If I was not using a shortcut, I would have to go to each mapping wherever I'm using this and increase it from 1 to 2. In 10 different mappings, I have to go to 10 different sources and change it. But if I use my shortcut, I make that change only in one single place. And then I log out and log in. All the 10 different mappings will have that change reflecting there. So from one place, you can control the properties of your source and target. That's the entire purpose of shortcut folder. Is that
Okay,
clear?
yeah, that's clear. Exactly.
I covered this. Guys, don't do this. I covered all of these. Okay. Any other questions?
No, Abdul, I know you covered it, but like when doing it the live class, I'm able to grasp the bigger uh, bigger
Topic.
projects like
Okay. Yeah.
yeah
Okay. Go
topic.
ahead. What's your question?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. That was my only question.
Okay. Okay, guys, stop deleting stuff. Okay. Just because you're deleting, your problem will not disappear. Okay. Fix it. Get your hands dirty. It's okay. If you're getting stuck, it's okay. You cannot just say, "Oh, I made a mistake. I'm going to start over." Oh, I made a mistake. I'm going to start over. No. Your car gets a small scratch. You're not going to dump your entire car and go buy a new one, right? You're going to fix it. Any other questions?
Abdul, I have a question, but I'm waiting for my integration service up and running, and then I'm gonna ask you.
Who is this?
Turab.
Okay, I always get confused between you and Kamran. Okay, what's your question?
I created the param file dynamically, right? So I added we had a main table, param values table, right? So I added my workflow and a session parameter, all the parameter values, and trying to extract. But when I add a second value, and then let's say I wanna add a DB connection as well, I wanna parameterize. So my target file, output, I don't like the output.
Okay,
That's why I want to show you.
First of all, the properties you're adding, is it in a column or in a row?
Say again, please.
The parameter file, the parameter table, the new property you added, the new parameter you added, was it in a column the way I did it, or in a row the way you're doing at work?
No, way you explain us.
Okay, the way I explain. Okay, then you don't have to share your screen. I can share my screen here, right?
Okay.
So something like this, right?
Yes. How's my voice? Is it good, or do you want me to use the headphone?
No, this is good. I can.
It's good. Okay. So yeah, let me just share quick. Entire screen share now.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
Okay. So do you see the table?
You're not sharing screen.
I'm not sharing?
No.
Okay, let me just do it again. How about now?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So this is the table. This is my the last workflow that I work on it.
Sorry. Let me hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is the output I'm getting. So basically what generates, I can use the same parameter file in my all the workflows, in all the sessions that I use. I can use it. It generates, but then is just adding the session names, new workflow names.
Okay. So what is wrong with this? This looks good, right?
Yeah, that looks good, but let's say.
Oh, you added a second.
Yeah, I added this one. Okay. But this one came up to separate. Like you see this one and that one is same. I want to see this the connection underneath this one, the salary.
Okay. Show me your source table.
Oh, sorry. Source table. Okay.
Yeah, the parameter table.
Sure, right here. So
no,
this is for the.
You didn't add it as a column. That's why I asked you. You're doing the way you do at work. You're not doing
This
it
is the way
I
I do at work.
Yeah, you're inserting as a new row. What I am doing is I am inserting as a new column. Hold on. Okay. So even this one we can fix it. Okay, even this one we can fix it. But you know what the problem here is, right?
So I need to add underneath this workflow name.
No. Okay, hold on. You're adding a new row here, right? For the new property, you're adding a new row. The third row.
Oh, right? You mean like I need to add new column?
Yeah, I am adding as a column. You are adding as a row.
But I don't want to touch the structure of the.
Okay, good, no problem. So go back to your this thing.
Mapping.
Go back to your mapping.
Sure.
Okay, and close this. Go back to your source qualifier. Double click on your source qualifier. Go to. I am going to show this to others. Okay, go to source filter. Click on source filter. Actually, cancel this. Cancel this.
Okay.
No. Stay here. Sorry. Go to SQL query. No. Cancel this. Go to SQL query. Okay, and say generate SQL. Okay, go to the last line. Hit enter there. So say order by. I'm going to cover this source qualified transformation for everyone on Thursday. Okay, double click on workflow. Workflow name. Okay, say okay. Yeah, apply, say okay, Control S.
Now he's gonna order there, and he's gonna. Okay.
Run your workflow. Refresh your session. Refresh your workflow. Done.
Sure.
Okay, another thing. Are you doing like this at work? Like you're taking all the parameters and generating one file?
Yes.
No, you didn't refresh your session, right? Did you refresh your session? That is workflow session. No. Go to task developer. You cannot refresh. If you have a session and a workflow, you first have to refresh the session. Yeah, right click and refresh. Validate. Okay. That's okay. You already ran the workflow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Check your parameter file.
Okay. No, it's the same. But now it changed. But we have this.
Yeah, you don't want it that way, right? Okay.
Yes.
Go back to your SQL transformation. Double click on your source qualified transformation. Go to get rid of this entire thing. Okay, click OK. And go to your source filter. Double click on workflow name equals single quotes and put the workflow name here. This is what you're doing at work also. You're not using one parameter file to generate the entire thing. Hardcode the workflow name here.
Wow.
Go to your table. Go to your table.
This one?
Yeah. No. Copy the workflow name there.
Oh.
Okay. Click OK. Say apply, say okay. Control S. Go back to your table. Go back to your table. Forget about Powercenter now. Okay. How would you? One second. So
this one.
So you don't have. So the other thing at your work is you don't have workflow name, folder name, all those things. You just have global, right?
I have it here. This is how the at work is defined.
Yeah. So if you're going to insert values into your rows, you should have a structure like this. You should have a structure like this. You cannot have folder name. Yeah, you cannot have folder name. Okay, and what is the source qualifier query at your work?
It's this one.
Yeah, because you're doing something in your source qualifier. Copy that same.
Yes, that's right.
Go to your properties, copy this. Yep, copy this. See, you're using a wait statement. You're not taking everything from your source table. Do control A, do control A, control C.
Would you want to put in this mapping?
No. Hold on. Go back. Forget about Powercenter. Go to your table. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Paste it here. Paste it here. Okay, and execute this.
Oh, I don't have this workflow. Okay, so give me 1 second.
Okay, now it's
okay. Just give me 1 second, please. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, global and then.
So, okay. You're getting confused between two different ways. Okay. Stick to one way. Stick to one way of doing things. Either add a new column or add a new row. I think you should stick to adding new rows because that's what you're doing at work, right?
Yes.
Okay, so stick to one way of doing it.
I'm not. I don't even use this one. I'm not touching this. Okay, this is the way that let's say I wanna see. So this is my table right here. Parameter source. Okay, so I want to just understand if I want to add the workflow name here, session name, and the parameters here, right? How can I capture and
do select star on the table?
This table?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to just do it this.
Okay, use a wait statement where workflow name equals. Yep. Okay. So you're now returning two values, right? I don't want to see two values. I want to see only one value, right? I want to see one row because since you're returning two rows, in your parameter file, you have one entry for the top row and one entry for the second row, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want to see two different rows here. So what can I do here? So you will say you can do group by select folder name, workflow name, session name, mapping name.
If I get that output here, I can just easily put in SQL. It's going to give me the output.
Yeah. So give me 1 second.
Maybe.
So you have two rows. You need to combine it into one.
Yeah.
So how would you do that? How are you doing this at work when you have two separate rows?
You know why? We have a heading sequence, and then based on the heading sequence.
Okay. No, over here we can do order by workflow name. If you're doing heading sequence over there, we can do order by workflow. Execute that first query. The
This
first
one?
query. Yeah. How many rows do you have in that table? You
This
only
one.
have, yeah, but no, you need to have 2 rows, right? One, if you have 1 row, even my code will work. If you have 2 rows in your query, in your other work table.
Do you want me to add one more?
Yeah.
Let's say this is 2, Control C.
I don't think you're executing that query at work. I don't think you're doing it like that at work.
Even though if you forgot about that, so I would like to see.
Let's take a look
Just-
at this in the next class, okay?
Okay, no problem. Okay. All we need to have here, just to remove the second one right here, this one, and
So
then
you-
just keep the DB connection there.
So what you need to do is you need to combine the first row and the second row and only have 1 row. So you can do it, you can do that one way. You can
Maybe we can keep.
I'm just thinking. We'll take a look at it. Okay.
Okay, all right. So
Send
no
you the, see what you're doing at work, and you need to apply the same thing here. Okay, look at the
Okay.
query, what you're doing at work, and that's
Okay, okay. But this one, this is the same mapping that I use at work. This one,
okay.
that's the same one.
Double click on your source qualifier. Go to properties.
That's how they get everything from here.
But if you have 2 values in there, how is that going to work?
If I have 2 values, it's gonna keep. We're gonna see the second one. Okay, I'm gonna show you now. Wait a minute. Values.
No, you have only 1 value.
Okay, so look how we have a disconnection still on the
Yeah,
parameters.
No, you need to understand here. You don't have the workflow name and the folder name. If you have global like this, even mine can have 100 rows and you can just put it in global. The problem here is you don't have the workflow name, the folder name, and then the session name, right?
I understand.
Okay. So that my workflow name, folder name, session name, that is causing 2 rows to be loaded. So if you go back to my mapping, go back to my mapping, cancel this. So exactly. So, okay, get rid of, go to your, yeah, double click on this. And yeah, click on that and get rid of the first 3 lines. Get rid of the comment out the first 3 lines. Okay, comment this line out, comment the second line out, comment the third line out, comment the second line out. Okay, now go to the 4th line and single quotes, type in global in square brackets. Hit enter there. Yeah, go, yeah, in square brackets, single quotes, type in square bracket global square bracket, and I'll explain what this global and what we are doing here. Okay, say validate, say okay, say okay, say apply, say okay, Control S, and run your workflow. Now hold on 1 second, hold on. Okay, open your parameter file. Don't refresh your parameter file. Open your parameter file, the one I'm creating. Okay, no, previously you had something like this, right?
Yes.
You had 2 separate lines for 713. You had 2 separate, the first and the second line.
Yes.
You had 2 separate. Now we got rid of the folder name, workflow name, session name. Now see what happens. Click OK. You will only have global salary equals to. Okay. Hold on 1 second. So go back to your. Source qualifier query.
We have here something. Oh, we have it here. We have something here. Parameter source.
No, that is correct. That is correct.
Yes, only give me that workflow. Maybe something here. Okay, we do global and then, oh, do we need, yes, we need that, yes, for the second line. And then parameter name equal parameter value.
So you're getting 2 rows, right? You're getting 2 rows. Do select.
If I remove this column, if I remove this one, I'm going to show you. If I remove this one, right? and then we're gonna get the right.
No, you're in the where statement, you're putting the workflow name. So whether you keep that or you don't keep that, it doesn't matter. Right? In the source qualifier query, you put a where statement, right?
Yes, but if I remove this, we're gonna get the right.
No, you will still get 2 rows.
2 rows.
Yeah, you'll still get.
We shouldn't get 2 rows because
Yeah.
we have. This
So
is hard.
in your source, you have 2 rows, right? Go back to your
Yes.
source table. Go back to your. You have to. How many rows do you have?
3.
You have 2 rows. 713 has 2 rows, right?
Oh, yes.
713 has 2 rows,
yes.
right? Of course, your parameter file will have 2 rows. If you have 2 rows in your target, you will get 2 rows in your
That's
source.
right.
So you have to figure out a way.
It's gonna be 3 with the global and then the salary and the big connection.
Yeah. So you should see. Open your parameter file. You should see global and just the 2 values there. You shouldn't see the second global.
Yeah, this one I don't have to see.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. You
We need
shouldn't
to skip this.
Yeah, you need to just skip that, or go back to your expression. What do you have at the bottom?
This one, yeah, I used to do the hardcode type equal parameter value car.
Get rid of global. Comment out global as well. Comment out. Okay, say okay. No, it's
Why?
get rid of the pipe at the, get rid of the ch carrier also. Get rid of that also. Okay, say okay. Close this. Get rid of the pipe at the start. Now validate. Say okay. Say okay. Say apply. Say okay. Control S. Refresh your session. Refresh your workflow and run this. Okay. Now you're getting close. Now you need to have one global at the top.
Yes.
Okay. So
No, we should put maybe no. We should put. Why we maybe? Okay. Maybe I can just put a global here. I can use this one.
hold on. Just go back.
Output field.
No. Go back. Go back to your expression. Yeah, put that global back. Okay, validate this. Click OK, and put pipe in the front of parameter. Validate this. Okay, say OK. Say OK. Control S. Refresh your. If this doesn't work, we'll take a look at it later.
We just put the output field as well in the param file.
Refresh.
This one. No header. Should I put this?
No. You don't need that.
Okay.
So we are very close to what you're looking for. Say yes. No, now it's coming 2 times at the side. Okay, we'll take a look at it later.
Okay.
Or take a look at it at the next lesson. Okay, guys, who did assignment? Who did assignment?
Assignment 7.
Yeah.
7 or 8?
8.
I did.
8. Yes.
8.
I have started, Abdul, created all the files in the database and the source file, but did not.
My question is simple. Did you do it? Yes or no? I don't need to know that. Okay, so you didn't do it. So who did it? Who did assignment 8? Ramil, Punya, did you guys do it? Turab, did you do it?
I did the third
No.
one with the rank, but not the second one. The second one I had a lot of trouble with the red match.
No, not. Yeah, this one. Can you scroll down? Keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. Okay. Can you share your screen? Turab, did you do this?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, Tonya, can you share your screen? Please?
Also, I didn't understand, Abdul. You said yesterday in the class or the previous class, you said that we should load the bed files into the bed records into a flat file. But here it looks like we have to load it into a different table.
Yeah.
And also we didn't know how to do the message. Remember, Ramil was asking you
That
how
I
to.
can show. That I can show, but I need to know at least if you were able to route the data into two different tables.
No, I wasn't able to do that.
Okay, who has the mapping? I don't want to do it from scratch. Can you share your screen? Ramil, are you there? Did Ramil join today?
I am here, Abdul.
Okay.
I had a, also I was long time working on the partition depth ID rank.
Okay.
Too much things I wrote down.
Okay. No, that's simple. You shouldn't be spending too much time because I already covered that. Okay. Let me. Okay. So you guys didn't do it. Tonya, can you share your screen? I don't want to do it from scratch. I need at least somebody who did it, half of it.
I have the mapping, but I don't have the rag match expression. Like when I
have
started.
done I've done half of it, Abdul.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Created. Tonya, you want to share the screen or should I go ahead?
You can go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Okay.
There were 4 questions for the assignment. Not one. There were 4 questions. Okay, so this was not the assignment, guys. This was not the assignment. Don't delete. Don't delete. This was first of all, I did not even teach you this, so I don't know why you did this. This is not the assignment. The question is there, but I said skip this. I don't know if you guys are following my class or not. I clearly said do not do this. You wasted your time working on something which I did not even teach. Of course,
second part.
Yeah, I clearly said the second one. Tonya, please share your screen. Guys, let's get started. It's already like 35 minutes. We haven't started yet. Tonya, please share your screen. You guys are asking me questions about topics which I covered multiple times. You guys are doing assignments which I did not ask you to do. Okay. Show me your error flag.
So yeah, I didn't do the error flag. I started working on it.
Okay, can you do the error flag?
Yeah, so here you said we should do the IIF and the reg match.
Read the question. So I don't want any phone number which is not in the format of number hyphen number hyphen number.
Yes. So you said to do reg match on both of them, on the phone number and on M by D, because we have one.
I didn't say reg match. I said phone number should be in a format. Can you highlight that format?
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand.
So I should have a phone. Okay. Look at the second phone number. Is that in that format?
No, that should be in the error.
That's a bad record.
Yes.
Look at the.
And that's a bad record.
The second and the third records are bad because the second one does not have a phone number which is in the format xxx hyphen xxx hyphen xxxx, right? Because the second one does not have 3 digits between hyphens. So I want phone numbers, proper phone numbers, and proper employee ID. How would you do this?
You said to use reg match.
Okay. So can you open reg match? Go to your, close this, cancel this,
Okay.
cancel this.
Mm-hmm.
Go to help on the top, the extreme right. The in the menu you have help. Move to your right. Move to your right.
To help. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking for it.
Contents. Content.
Okay.
Search. Reg underscore match. The answer is right there.
Mm-hmm.
List topics. Double click on the second one. Maximize the screen. That's the answer there. Do you see reg match phone number DDD hyphen DDD hyphen DDD up?
Yes. Yes. That's actually, you can do DDD or you can do the D3 in the. I found it online, but still it would give me a mistake.
Just use
some
this.
reason.
This is the answer. If the format, so copy this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait,
Type in IIS. Bracket open. Control V. Control V.
I don't think I copied that.
Okay, just put reg match, reg underscore match. Bracket open.
And phone number.
Or, yeah,
should
that
be
is
the port.
no. Yeah, that is
Should
phone
it be
number.
the port here?
Yeah, that's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. After
And
before the bracket, you're closing before the bracket. Before the bracket.
what do you mean before the club? IAF match phone number.
Yeah, you have to close one more bracket there.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing.
Okay.
Okay, valid.
And now go between the brackets. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So
Oh, here we should have 2 Ds and 3 Ds, right?
no. This is okay. This is correct. This is what I want. So IIF.
No, wait. What is our format here? Let me see. We should have 3, 3, and yeah, no, 3, 3, and 4.
3, 3, and 4. So 3 D means number.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say a reg match phone number DDD hyphen DDD hyphen DDDD. Okay.
And oh yeah, I was looking like also it would show me to do this after the D. Like that would mean that we have 3 numbers, right?
Yeah, you can do that, but this one this is good enough. Okay. And what is the other condition?
It's
Yeah,
just
2
giving
conditions.
them. And amp ID.
Should be
Regmat and amp ID numbers. It has to only contain numbers.
okay. Get rid of this entire thing.
Okay. Entire thing?
Get rid of the entire thing.
Okay.
Okay. Type in IIS. Bracket open. Okay. I want employee IDs to be number. Right? I want employee IDs to be number. So type in reg match, reg underscore match. How do you make sure that the column has only numbers in it?
We did the square brackets.
Yes. So
And we did
bracket
that.
open. Yeah, open. Which column are you checking if it has numbers? So emp ID, comma. And I want to make sure this one only has numbers in it.
So we did this in 0 to 9.
0 to 9. Okay. Perfect. Single quote. Okay. Bracket close. Okay. So I already checked for one condition. The second condition is the phone number should be in some particular format.
Yes.
So to check if a column has numbers, you will use. So where do you use reg match? Reg match is used when you are checking for a pattern. So I'm checking for a pattern here that it should be a number. I'm checking for a pattern that it should be 3 digits hyphen 3 digits hyphen 4 digits. So type in or
or
and then reg
match.
Okay, you don't need to do 0,9 like that. You can just say \d also. That will also be number only. Okay, you don't. No, that is correct. Let's keep it that only.
Okay.
Let's do it another way. Okay, reg match, and then which phone number, comma.
Yes.
And go to the next. And then yeah. So go to the next line. Hit enter.
Okay.
Hit enter a few more times. Do Control V. Okay, copy that. Yeah, and paste it there.
Okay, let me just do this first.
Yeah,
Copy
just paste
only
that
this part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, get rid of the delete that thing. Okay, yeah, comment it out. Okay, so you're saying if reg match is this syntax or reg match is in this format,
yes,
equals, so inside the bracket, type in equals to.
True. Oh,
if
equals to Y or N. Yeah.
No. Hold on one second. So you're saying if employee ID has a number or phone number is in this format, the error flag will be what? It will be N, right?
No mistakes. Yes, N.
So go inside the bracket. So
yeah.
Equals to false.
Equals to
false.
False.
And then comma single quotes Y, comma single quotes N. No, so comma single quotes N, comma single quote Y.
Yeah, otherwise N. Right.
Yeah. So if it matches, if the conditions are satisfied, then it's a good record, and good record has error flag Y. If these conditions are not satisfied, then it's Y, and that is error flag Y. Okay, validate this.
I was getting that all the time. I don't know what is wrong with this.
One second. Get rid of that phone number. Get rid of that thing at the bottom.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If reg match or reg match, I think you're missing a bracket. You're missing one more bracket at the end.
At the end here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Validate.
Yeah.
The subject
the same chart data type.
Okay. So
this is a string. This is a decimal. This is a string.
Yeah. So emp ID. So they are saying you have to convert emp ID to character. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So put 2_char before emp ID.
2_char.
Yeah, 2_char before emp ID. No.
Okay.
No.
TO.
TO. We did this in SQL. TO_char.
Mm-hmm.
TO_char. Bracket open. And then emp ID bracket close after emp ID. Validate. One second. Function cannot resolve operands of.
Tanya, should you? I think you should put one more bracket before 2_char.
No.
After 9. After 9, I think you should put one more.
Right here.
Yes, you did.
But,
no, it's saying something related. Can you?
Okay, I'll do it again.
It's saying you shouldn't have. Okay, click OK.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that equals to false. Okay, now validate. Invalid function reference. Function validation field takes 2 arguments. Click OK. Yes, let me do this. Okay, it's taking too long.
Okay.
Can you stop sharing, please?
Okay.
Tonya.
Yeah.
Tonya, I think you were missing the one single quote after N.
Can you do that?
Okay. Do you want to continue?
After.
Go back into that.
Where? After?
No, after N. You see N before Y? Yeah, put the single
Yeah.
quote over there.
Yeah, I have it.
After N, do you have it?
Yes, I have two single. Yeah, I have both of them. Comma, comma, single quote here, single quote here, single
Yeah,
quote here,
there is a single
square
quote.
brackets. This is in the, anyway, maybe, okay, Abdul, I'm gonna give you a chance.
Go ahead, go ahead. I need like a minute.
Okay.
There is a problem with the syntax.
Tonya, do it separately, like after or, just send it to down, just hit enter.
Mm-hmm.
You can type yes or no after. Remove the or and uncomment second one. First, let's try the if it's the first code works. Then we can.
Okay, like N and
Yeah.
Y?
Yes, comma
Mm-hmm.
and
After
comma
the brackets or, okay.
after the brackets. Yes, comma y and comma y in the
Okay.
yeah, and comma y and close the bracket and then uncomment the second line.
And you want to try the first one first?
Yes, and let's
If this is correct?
validate. Let me see, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you see, this is done. This is
So
good.
this is correct.
Okay, now we can add a second one. So we don't have an issue on the first one. And then red match. Why we said or? We can say
And
because those are the different columns, right?
and they have to satisfy two conditions, right?
Mm-hmm. And then just put and. You can write down again if statement, or you can add it to the first one, as you did it before. After bracket 09, that bracket, you can just add and the regmat phone number.
Okay, so you're saying I'm adding the one bracket at the end? That's not going to work, right? Or here. And here, bracket here, and then bracket here. 2, 1, 2.
You can do this as either.
Tonya, just take out the bracket and try it. Maybe it's gonna valid before the rig. Just take out the bracket.
Okay.
It looks. Hold on.
Let me see. There should be two.
No, it won't work because you have a two white end.
Yeah.
So you
No. That n comma y should come at the end. You cannot have it like that. Okay, let me share screen. Okay.
Okay.
So let me open the question.
Abdul, first code worked, but we need to add the second one to the first condition.
So this is going to be my source. 9.6.1. Server shared.
We don't see your screen.
Oh, wait. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Can you see it now?
Yes.
So I have this data in this table. Okay. I want to load all the records, good records to one table and all the bad records to another table or flat file, whatever. Okay, so I have this. So at work, they will provide you this. Okay. Your work starts now. Okay. So I'm going to my shortcut folder, clear this out.
And also the bad table has to have that error message.
Yeah, yeah. So I will say, okay. First mistake all of you did. You're supposed to, what should be your emp ID? Should it be number or varchar? Should your emp ID be varchar or number?
Number?
No. How can you read? How can you read C in the number field?
Oh, okay. Oh,
So import from file. That's the first mistake everyone did. Emp raw data. So next, finish. Okay. Your emp ID cannot be number. Otherwise, your workflow will fail at the read itself, right? Your workflow will fail at the read itself, right? You cannot read C in emp ID, right?
right.
If you guys had done that mapping and you run your workflow, it would have failed at the read itself. So first mistake you guys made was importing emp ID as a number field. It should be a varchar. Is this clear to everyone why I'm converting this to varchar?
Yes.
Because if you keep it as number, your workflow will fail at the read itself. Okay. Say apply. Say okay. Okay. Now I'm going to create the structure of the target table. So I'm going to drag and drop this, and I'm going to call this as emp good data. Okay. And I'm going to convert this to Oracle. Okay. And I'm going to make this employee ID as number field. Why? Only the employee IDs which are number fields should be loaded into my target table. All the employee IDs with varchar should be loaded into the flat file, right? Control S. So, and then I'm going to execute this in my okay. So this table was created. Let me just make sure that this table is existing. Okay, this table is empty. So okay. So okay, Control S. So I'm going to create the flat file. Okay. So I'm going to call this as emp underscore bad data. Okay. In this one, I
think it should be Oracle too.
Okay, it doesn't matter Oracle or okay. So I'll make this as Oracle. Okay, and I'll say error message. Okay, varchar 200. Okay, so I have the structure of my source, structure of my target. So I will drag and drop this one here. And I will drag and drop emp good data and emp bad. Okay, so drag and drop this, yes to all. I'll rename this here. So m underscore ff underscore aura underscore good underscore bad. That's something like that. So this is my target. This is my target. So I'm going to get an expression. Rename this. Flag is either Y or N. Okay, I'm not creating this as an output put. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm creating this as a variable put. Okay, so far we were always creating this as an output put. There is a reason I'm not going to create this as an output. I'm going to create this as a variable put. So my condition is if phone number should be in proper syntax, right? Phone number should be in proper syntax. So I'm going to say, so let's see how regmatch works. So regmatch, it returns true or false or null. Okay, so regmatch will either return a true or false. So when I say regmatch phone number and this, and if I pass in this, it will return a true. If I pass in this, it will return a true. If I pass in this, it will return a false because there is no hyphens, and it's not three numbers, hyphen three numbers and hyphen phone number. This will return a true. This will return a true. This will return a false because there are no hyphens and there are 5 digits here. Is this clear to everyone? How does regmatch work? You can check for a pattern using regmatch. This is like in SQL. Is that clear to everyone?
Yep.
Did this plenty of times. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to say here IIF regmatch phone number. Okay, so if this one returns false, if this one returns false, then if this one returns false, that means it's a bad record, right? Error flag will be Y. Otherwise, error flag will be M. Is this clear to everyone? If regmatch phone number, this one returns false, that means it is not in this syntax. It's a bad record. So error flag will be Y. IIF. So regmatch 1, 2, 3 brackets. So I'm missing one bracket here. Functions cannot resolve operand of.
Abdul, you were missing one more bracket, I think.
No.
Because look at this D. You see from
three
the
brackets.
yes.
I have 3 brackets.
So
1, 2, 3.
No, that's
1,
right.
2, 3. 3 brackets.
That's 3.
So it says function. Okay, so equals to false if regmatch phone number. No, I think I need to end a bracket. So if I open this bracket here, this one I'll close here. If I open this one, oh, I'm missing a bracket here. You're right. I was missing a bracket here and not here. Okay. So this is simple. So I'm saying if regmatch, if the incoming phone number does not match this syntax, then it's a bad record. Error flag is equals to Y. Okay. Apart from that, I have one more control. I don't know what happened. IIF. tag match phone number. Okay. Apart from this, I have another condition, right? Apart from this, I have another condition. So I will say or reg underscore match. So what is the other condition? Employee ID should be number. So how do I check if employee ID is number? Either I can do it this way or the way Tonya did it. So I'll just use the way she did. So I can check if the phone number is employee ID is a number by just taking this, right? Just take this, right? I can either do it like this or I can simply do the square bracket, right? That's it. That is it. Okay. Now I created this as an output, as a variable. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here. I'm going to call this as O error flag. And in this one, I will simply pass this flag here. Why am I creating this? I'll show you in a moment. Okay, then I'm going to create O underscore error message. O underscore error underscore message. And I'll say string 100. And I'll create this as an output port. I will say IIS. If V error flag equals to Y, that means it's a bad record. Then pass message, record is bad, please fix. If I created this as an output port, I cannot call an output port within another output port, right? So I call this as a variable port. So I created this as a variable port. Okay, you were so far you're creating this as an output port, but I created this as a variable port, so I can call this here. If I created this as an output port, I cannot call this as an output port in another output port. Is that clear to everyone?
Abdul, if you
Yes.
create that output and then you can use the filter yes or no, you can do that way also, right?
But how are we going to pass the message through the filter? Can
Yeah,
you show
no, I
that?
don't talk about the message.
The message I can simply pass like this, right? So get rid of this. And over here, I'll create good. Sorry, I'll come back to your question, bad. And I'll say error flag equals to N. Over here, I'll say error flag equals to Y. All the good records, I will take emp ID name, dept ID, and phone number. Emp ID name, dept ID, phone number. Okay, so what's the question now? I'm really disappointed you guys didn't do this. I gave 2 days, 2 solid days to do this. And we did something similar before. Yeah, you guys can look at this recording and So
Abdul, we
Yeah.
can create the output code instead of creating the variable and then output. So
Can
by
you
you
say that
creating
again?
this, can you double click in the expression? Okay, you see if reg match function, right? Can you do that one output
I
and
just said
then
like less than 60 seconds ago why I didn't create. Okay, let me create this as an output. Okay, I created this as an output.
yeah,
code,
why
right?
you creating the another flag? Because anyway you're gonna see in the output.
Very good. How about this one? Can I call
No,
this
I'm not.
out, can I call this output port in this output port?
No, I'm not talking about that flag. Even we don't have flag that you don't have to create the second variable for that, right?
Which second variable? I only have one variable.
You have two variables there. Like,
Where do I have
oh,
two variables? Where
you
do
have
I
one
have?
variable.
I have one variable. This variable,
But
I'm
what
passing
I'm
this as
saying,
an
you can make that the first one as an output, and then you can call from the router based on that output.
I can do that. But how about the error message? I cannot
Okay,
call this. So
that's different.
this is an error message, error flag, right?
Mhm.
Will I pass this record is bad for all flags? No, I only have to pass it for error flag Y, right?
Yes, yes.
So I have to use whatever I'm calculating here, I have to use it here. If it's an output port, I can see what happens. It will give me an error message saying that V error flag, it's an output port. You cannot call this as another output port.
Okay, I'm saying if we don't have a message, then we can use just the
We
output
have a
port.
message right now. That's why I said in the
Okay.
previous classes, we were not passing the message. So we were creating this as an output port. We were not creating this one and this one. I think maybe I'm going too fast. That's why you guys are not understanding. Did you guys understand why I'm creating this as a variable port and
It's
not an
clear.
output port? No, it's not clear for half of the class, I'm sure. Okay.
No, Abdul, base is simply like a. I understand why are you doing like a variable, because if it's gonna be output, then in the router you are not able to create the error message.
Exactly.
Instead of creating the error message in the router and having a tough issues, then you make simply in the the expression transformation. Then you create one variable which is gonna belong to everything. Then you create the two output. One is gonna go to the bad one is gonna go to the good one.
Yeah. So previously I was creating this as an output port. I was
Yes.
just drag and dropping to the router, and then I was saying V error flag equals to Y error flag equals to and whatever. Now,
Okay. Did you have to create the bad in the router? What about create only the good and the rest of them goes to the default?
yeah, you can do that as well. You
It's
don't have
also
to.
if
Yeah,
okay.
you don't have to create this one. You can get rid of this one, but that's okay. I don't think we will finish our batch by August 2nd. It looks very difficult. So let me go here.
दिन ब दिन रिस्पॉन्स कम ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸਭ ਦਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਤੋਂ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸ ਵਧਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਤਿੰਨ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸ
ਨਾ ਜੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲੇ ਨਾ ਤਿੰਨ ਬੰਦੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ
ਮੈਂ ਜੀ ਭਰਾ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਯਾਰ ਜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇਰਫਾਨ ਦਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਪਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ
Okay, so I'm going to truncate the target cable. Truncate this one. Apply circuit control S on my workflow. Oh wait, I never created the. Sorry, I never created the second. I created that as a flat file. So this is actually a table. I never created this table. So let me go back to the shortcut folder. This one I never created. So highlight this, target, and execute. Okay, now it's created. So, so everything went to the bad table. For some weird reason, everything went to the bad table. Okay, so let's run debugger. Okay, I'm reading the first record. Okay, I'm reading the first record. 1 Abdul 10. So the yellow flag, the arrow is on the source qualifier. Oh, error flag is Y for this person, for the first record. Why? Why is error record Y for this?
We have to change N to YY too.
If reg match phone number is this. If reg match, if the phone number is in this format, no, you have to put and here. You have to put and there. No, but then, no. If the phone number,
Just change
Both
Y and N,
conditions should be satisfied.
when it's good record, 1 second.
Abdul, what about you take the false over there?
What?
You take out the false and then as we did it before, like if the condition is the first part is going to be yes.
True condition for when both the conditions are true, data will be good. So in this case, it should be N first. I mean, it should be true actually. It should be equal to true instead of false.
Yeah, I think we can take this one out.
Yeah.
Or
If this condition and this condition is true, then
Yes.
the error flag will be N.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will be Y. Yeah, error flag will be N. Okay, so applies. Okay, the router. Yeah, this is good. Okay, now 1 got loaded. Why is that? No, this is incorrect. This should go to the bad. Okay, there is something wrong which we are doing here. 1 second. We have to convert this back to integer. And of course, this will give us an error message. So no, there is something wrong with our flag.
we were doing before, you remember that without true and false. First condition for no, the second condition for yes. You remember, Abdul? So if this number and the match to MPID 0.
You're saying separate it out?
No, not using this true. Right away, no and why.
But that was when you do it in filter. Okay.
I don't think so. Just do it like that, yes.
Okay, so we are saying if this condition is satisfied and this condition is satisfied,
it's gonna be no.
This is how we did 2 assignments before.
I think we can try. Maybe it will work.
No. Everything is getting loaded here because there is something wrong with everything is getting marked as Y. Empathy, to care. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, there's something wrong here. Yeah, now it's working. So yeah, bad phone number is getting loaded here. Bad employee ID is getting loaded here. Good phone number and good employee IDs are good employee ID and good phone numbers are getting loaded here.
Abdul, can you please copy this in
That's
the
the
chat?
problem, right? When I copy paste, you guys will not do it. I'll paste it, but
Please. Yeah, thank you.
I think copy paste, I can get rid of the class and say, okay, good, but you'll not understand if you don't
So
start.
what was the small issue, Abdul?
So I put this thing as So I want employee ID as a number field, right? So I just put this one, \D. That means employee ID is a number. So work on this, please.
Abdul, why did you change to string? Well,
Can someone
because
answer that question? Why am I
because
changing to string?
reg match works with the string,
Yeah.
right? So, and MPID was a string color.
Yeah, because there is one bad record with MIDC in it.
Actually, he's right. Actually, he's right. We don't need this because
We
employee ID is
already
already a
changed it
string.
before.
Yeah, so we can get rid of this actually. Yeah, so if I open my source file, if I enter one row here called 5 SAM 50, and then 555, 555, 5555, and then I enter D, Tom, and then 60, and then 6666. So what will happen now? Three bad records and 3 good records. See, 3 bad and 3 good. So if you this one is a bad record because the phone number is bad. This
Yeah.
is a bad record because employee ID is not numbered. This is a bad record because employee ID is not numbered. Everything else is good. So just your flag, you have to fix your flag, okay? You have to, so if you want to check if a phone number is a certain format, you have to use regmatch phone number DDD, and this one will check. Okay, can someone tell me where will this record go to? Where will this record go to? 10 comma ABC comma. Where will this record go to?
Because we haven't defined any bad records on name.
Name. What does this have to do with name?
Okay, looks like a good record.
It's not a good record.
We have to check the precision for the MPID, right?
No, MPID is already, yeah, okay, I'll increase it to 2. You're right, I'll increase it to 2. So I'll increase it to 10. So log out, log in. So it went to the bad one. Can someone tell me why it went to the bad one? That is correct. Why did it go to the bad one? Why not to the good one?
Because of distinct condition.
Distinct.
No, because we have to put D and then 2 in the bracket here.
Yeah, that is correct. So I'm saying only if employee ID is 1 digit.
It's 1 digit, that's fine.
Okay.
We have 1 D. If we add a second D, it's gonna take the good.
Yeah, we either have to put DD or we have to put the
0 to 9. So either this one or you have to put square bracket 0-9. Okay, anyways, this is done. Okay, I'll show the other assignments too. I don't know if I don't think you guys did it. Okay. So I showed this one, right? So my requirement was I have this data. Okay, employee these belongs to department ID 10. So ignore department ID 10. I want to rank the data based on their salary. So this should have rank 1, 700 should have rank 2. So how will this data look like? So I want to have rank 1 for this. So I'm doing rank. Okay, so I'm doing rank. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then this one will be what? There is something called a rank and rank.
6.
It will be 6 and 6.
6, yeah.
It will be 6 and 6. We already saw that in the previous class. So rank. So
And dense rank will be 3.
Yeah, I did that. Just I have a question about the department.
okay. So 1, 2, 2, 2, and then 6 and 6. Is that clear to everyone? So this is the one I already showed. You can go and check the recorded session. So what I did was I sorted the data on salary. And over here, I created a V sequence. Whenever you're doing rank, you have to use V sequence +1. Otherwise, if you're doing dense rank, you will just say previous rank +1, right? Previous rank +1. So previous rank +1, 3, 3. So you will not use sequences here. So is this clear to everyone? So you will create a sequence. Every time a record comes in, this will keep get. So first record comes in 1 Abdul 10. So this will be 0 + 1. And I'm saying if salary is equals to V previous salary, incoming salary is 10,000, previous salary is 0. So 1,000 is not equals to 0. So I'm just saying, don't do this, do this. So V sequence, this is going to be 1. Now then V sequence previous rank is going to get, this one is getting loaded here 1. Okay. Now the second record comes in, which is 700, right? So 2 something 700. So this one will immediately become 1 + 1, 2. So this will only be used, this V sequence will only be used if the salaries do not match. If the incoming salary is equals to previous salary, you will use V previous rank. If the incoming salary is not equals to the previous salary, you will use sequence. So the next record comes in, which is 700. So 700 is not equals to 6. In next record comes in, which is 600. 600 is not equals to 700. Previous salary was 700, right? So I will say V previous rank. So what was V previous rank? So if the 600 is equals to 700, so this condition, so we will use sequence. So this is when the salaries don't match, we will use sequence. If the salaries match, we'll use V previous rank. Is this clear? I explained this in the previous class, right?
Yeah, this clear.
Okay, then this is rank, and then there is dense rank. Okay, so there is dense rank. In dense rank, you don't need V sequence. Oh wait, you don't need V sequence. You just say V previous rank +1. This is what I explained initially, and then I said I already gave the assignment, right? First record comes in. So we have if salary equals to V previous salary. So first salary comes in is 1,000, and the previous salary is equals to 0, right? So 1,000 equals to 0. No, so it will not do this. It will do V previous rank +1. Okay, so let me run this.
I think instead of V previous rank, when we put the V rank, it also works. I think I did myself like that also. I tried, it works.
So this is how the dense rank will work. Okay, so just remember that you don't need sequences here. You just need V previous rank +1. Okay, so this is how the dense rank works. Okay, so rank and dense rank. Now my other question was No, not this. My other question was, for each department, rank the salaries. I'm doing it for the previous company in these two assignments, in these two exercises which I showed. My question was, rank employees based on their salary in the department. So all the employees in department 10, I wanted to rank their salaries. Okay, so in this one, I have some employees belonging to 10, some employees belonging to 20. So I want to rank in department ID 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for department ID, I want to rank. Again, I want to restart the counter and start with 1, 2. So that was it was actually pretty straightforward. So dense rank. So first you need to sort on department ID and salary. Previously, I was only sorting on salary. So in the expression, so I wrote these multiple conditions. If the incoming department ID is not equals to the previous department ID, if the incoming department ID is equals to the previous department ID and salaries are not equal, if the incoming department ID is equals to the previous department ID and the salaries are also same, these are all the 3 different conditions you can encounter. Okay, so see, department ID 10, 1, 2, 2, and 3. Then for department ID 20, restarted the counter. Is that clear?
It is now.
I was actually, my mistake, I see now that it was struggling for me. I was trying, yes, these, multiple ifs I was using in the same if condition. That's why I confused a lot. I was trying to do the depth ID is equal to previous depth ID and the other one. That's why I mixed everything to each other.
You have to break it down.
I didn't break down. I used only one if condition, and that's why I confused. Over there, I used and or a lot of times.
That is actually the right way of doing it, but you have to be like very super experienced to do it. Even I'm not doing it.
I logically know that it would work, but my mistake that I didn't break it down. I just was trying right away doing like a one if. That's why all the time I had mistakes.
No, break it down, because when you break it down, you can understand what you're doing in separate conditions, right? So I didn't get time to do the same thing with the rank. So I did rank and dense rank on salary. Then I did dense rank on salary and department. I did not get a chance to do rank on salary and department. Okay. So if you're not able to do this, nobody is going to ask you in the interview how to do this. But it's good to know that how you can do all these things. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. I have to cover at least 2 topics today. Otherwise, I think we are already not going to finish this class on August 2nd. There is no way. It's impossible we are going to finish this on August 2nd. Okay, we'll see. So let's cover some new topics right now. I'm going to cover some easy topics. Expression, guys, expression is difficult. Remember I told you, how many classes did I take for expression? I took almost Sunday, then the entire last week, and then Tuesday. I took almost 6 classes on expression. Okay, expression is the most powerful transformation in Powercenter. Okay, so you can do like tons of things. You can do so many things. Okay, let's do a union transformation. Okay, so if you have 2 flat files with the same structure, how can you load it into one table?
With the union. You can use the union with the same structure.
The union transformation?
I never showed you guys union transformation, but you're so confident. Indirect load. There is something called as indirect load, right? Yeah. List file and indirect load. Okay. Let me go back to indirect load. Do you remember we create a list file with all the file names we want to load?
Yeah, we did that with the scripts as well.
Why is everyone saying union? Just because I'm showing union?
No, because you said the same structure and we thought about the tables with the same structure, but you meant the flat file.
No, my question was very simple. Flat files with the same structure. How do I load it into one table? Your answer should be just one. It should be list file and indirect load. That's an interview question. You cannot say I thought this. No, for interview questions, no, they'll hang up. Okay. So now I have two flat files with different structures. So I will have, I'll just call this as, what should I call this as? Acer underscore CA. And I have emp ID, name, depth ID. The emp ID, name, depth ID, and simple. 1 comma up to comma 10 and 2 comma run comma 20. Okay. Then I have another flat file, acer underscore ny. And the structure is different because I will have depth ID first and then name. Okay, I will have and then I will have another column called state also. Okay, I will have another column. I'm going to make it complicated. So 3 comma sam comma 3 comma 30 comma sam comma ny. Okay, I have two flat files with the same structures, with different structures, right? Okay. The column names, put it side by side. Do you see the column names are not in the same sequence? And this one has state, which is not present here. The second and the third columns are switched, and this one has one extra column, right? So how do I load this data into one table? Okay, I cannot use indirect load because they have different structures, right? So let me create a target table first. Okay, let me just do it from Powercenter. Okay, first of all, I'm going to go to my shortcut folder, import both the structures. Okay, so I have, now I'm going to create a target table. Do Control S. Okay, so let me drag and drop these to my regular folder. And drag and drop my, oh, I don't want to call it Acer ny. I'll call this as Acer underscore emp all. Yeah, minimize my shortcut folder, open this.
Abdul, since you have just only changed the name of that table, right? So the old table will exist or it will just update?
No, I never said update. See what it created here. Create table, right? So I have two tables there. ASR underscore NY and ASR underscore emp underscore all.
Okay.
So this is my target. I'm going to create a mapping. M underscore F underscore aura underscore ASR. So I have two flat files with different structures. Okay. And then I want to load this data into one table, because if somebody wants to look at Acer California employees, they would have to open one flat file. If somebody has to look at New York data, they would have to look at another flat file. It's going to be very difficult for them to go to two separate systems. So what I can do is I can load it into one single table to make their life easier. Okay. So how does union transformation work? Can someone tell me? In SQL, forget about Powercenter. How does union work in SQL? There are some conditions I'm looking at.
Yeah, we were using the select and change the names, column names, to make match to each other.
My question is very simple. What are the conditions before you use union?
That column names
The structure,
should be
yeah.
sequences.
Yeah, the sequences should be the same.
Column names should be the same sequences, because
and the data type and the data type
and data type, yes, because they're gonna sit top of each other.
Yeah. So if you have data like this, okay, they should be in the same syntax. They should have the same data type, and the names should be the same. Okay, so they will sit on top of each other. So right now we have a problem here. Okay, the columns are not in the same syntax. The columns are not in the same sequence, and also we have an extra column here. So how would we proceed now? How would we proceed?
Abdul, we can just drag the map the target table. We can just map the target table to load to the one table.
This one?
The both source code file, we can send it to the same target table.
It will only take in one at a time. I did one, so I will take and map it. Then it will not even let me.
I think we should
copy paste the second target table and then do it again.
Abdul, use the sorter.
Sorter. What does sorter have to do? Do I want to sort data? I don't want to sort
just
data.
to rearrange.
You guys have to start thinking outside the box. Okay, so I'm going to take this and make it in the syntax of this one. So I should have emp ID, depth ID, and name. So emp ID, so depth ID, I will move it up. Clear? So now emp ID, depth ID, name, emp ID, depth ID, name. I have a column which is not present here. So I will simply take this, go here, and step like okay. and it is what, string 2 here. So I will make it string 2 here. Okay, since this is not coming from source, I'll just open this and I'll hardcode space in this. Is this clear? Now they all have the same columns, right? And the same sequence also, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Same thing we did in SQL. We created a dummy column.
But Abdul, you can do my way as well, right? If you
Your
don't
way?
want to use the, yeah, you can just add same target table. You can send it to the another target table.
So you want to have the
Can
copy
copy
of
paste the same, yes, and then send it to there.
Yeah, but then which one will
You
you
don't have
truncate?
to. You
But
don't have to use.
you'll have to truncate the table, right?
It's the same table, right?
Yeah, but then if you truncate it, if you truncate both the tables,
No, I have one table.
Yeah, it's the same table. You're saying Control C, Control V, and then you're saying map this one to this one, this one to this one. But then if you truncate the target table, you have to truncate both the target. So once this one gets loaded, you will, because this one will get loaded first and this one will get loaded later, right? So if you truncate this one, if you set truncate table option for this one, so this one will get loaded, the same table will again get truncated, and only this data will be present. This one will get wiped out, right?
Yeah, once you truncate one table, it's
going to truncate both of them because it's the
all
same
of them,
table.
yes.
So that will not work, right? So anyways.
But anyway, if you use the union, you're gonna have one table.
So
when you truncate it, you're gonna truncate the same table.
Yeah, so take union, and then in this one, create two groups. Okay, this one you will call it as ny. This one you will call it as c. Let's say apply. Say okay. Okay, so you will take all the CA. Let's take all the ny and wait, CA and put it here, and then take all the ny. Sorry, it got mapped to the wrong place. So you have two inputs, and then you just have one output. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
FFOI, yes, sir. So make sure I'm reading data from the right folders. You're reading data from the right folder, and go to your target and say truncate table option. Make your stop and errors one. So do you see how data is getting loaded? So you have data from two different, no, I don't need this. You have data from two different flat files and you with different structures, and you load it into one single table. Here. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So, I mean, in this case, we only had variation of like 1 or 2 columns. We had to introduce 1 extra column. Uh, so, I mean, if you have a lot of tables, source files with a lot of variation, so still you do all that manual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, I don't even remember the last time I used union. Okay, probably I might have used once in my life or twice. Okay, but usually whenever they send you the flat files, the headquarters will ensure that all the different branches, they send you data in the same format. So you just use list file.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose you have one table. You have a table and a flat file, and you want to load data. So this New York data is present in a table. California table is information is present in a flat file. You can again use a union. Over here you will have a flat file. Over here you will have a table. Then you can use a union, and then you can load data into the table. Is that clear?
Yes.
It's not only going to work with flat file and flat file. You can have a table here, and then you can have a flat file here. It will work the same way. Okay, so let me do an interview question here.
Abdul?
Yeah.
Excuse me. What about the different data type? Then we have to change it only in the union or in the expression?
In the expression.
Okay, so each of them we're gonna change either one, right? One of them we're gonna change and make sure that it has to be same.
Not really, because see what happens.
That's why maybe in union we can change one time and.
No, not really. Okay, let me show you another exercise. Yeah, you're right. For now, just change it in expression before you. So let me create a flat emp ID name get ID 1 up to 10 to Kamran 20. Okay, I have. These are all the employees for Ford in New York. These are all the employees for Ford in CA. Okay, Kamran works for both. Kamran is very talented. They want him to work for both. So 4, Tom, 40. So I have data like this. I have this one and I have this one. Okay. Actually, then we can just use indirect load, right? So, okay. So let me move this around. If you have data like this, then you can just use indirect load. Make it slightly. So this is an interview question.
The department needs to be different for the Kamran, right?
No, no,
thing?
It's the same. So that's the reason I'm showing you this. Okay. Anyways, so this is how I have data. So again, I'm going to go back and go to my shortcut folder. And I'll cover that, Ramil, your question as well. So make this as all
Abdul,
files.
don't worry, I can try at home too. I'll try in any case.
No, I can show it because right now I'm creating a new
That's
map.
fine, that's fine.
So Control S and then import from flat file. I'll import the other one as well. CA and NY. So this one, next, finish. But see, these are two separate structures. Emp ID depth ID name, emp ID name depth ID. So I'll go to my target table. So I will use one of them. Let me just use this one. Okay, I'll make this as Oracle. And I'll just say no CA, no NY. I want to see employees from all places in one. So I'll make this as name as 15.
So it was Oracle, I think.
Oh wait, you're right. I see. Okay, Control S. Target. Okay, so let me drag and drop my source into shortcut folder. Drag and drop. Okay, exit out. So this is short interview question. What is the difference between union in SQL and union in Powercenter? Gaurav, can you answer that?
Yes, so
Union
one
in
is
SQL
gonna,
removes the duplicates.
and then a Powercenter doesn't remove.
Correct. That's one big difference.
So the real union happens in Powercenter.
There's nothing called as real or not real. It's just that when you have duplicates in SQL, see, in SQL, when you do union, one Abdul 10 gets only single values there. It will remove duplicates. Whereas in Powercenter, so I will say M underscore FF underscore Aura underscore Ford. Okay, so target source, right? So Kamran, to answer your question, for example, suppose I have empid as varchar here. Okay, I'll convert it back to, and when you use union transfer and then you have expression, you drag and drop this one, then you have another expression. See what union does. Okay, normally your data types should not be different, they should be the same. You should double click on this and make it as varchar, but they should both match. It should be decimal, this one should be decimal, or this one should be small int, whatever. But if you don't have that, and if you use let me then move this around. So now the column syntaxes are same. Now if you use union transformation, right, see what happens. Okay, let's call this as CA. Then I'll create a new one. Call this as NY. So the moment you drag and drop the first ports, it will automatically create that ports. It will create the other ports, and it will already create the output port with integer only. Even though this is decimal, it will automatically say, okay, the first one you dragged and drop, it will copy paste the same column structures here and the output ports. So it will say, I don't care whatever it's here, I'm going to create a copy of whatever you drag. So because it's expecting that it's expecting you're smart, you're already going to make the column data type same before you drag and drop. Is that clear? So the first one, whatever you drag and drop, it will create a copy of that here only. The moment you create another group, it will create NY, and then it will copy the same metadata of these columns and put it here. It's up to you that this one and this one are same, because union will say, oh, you dragged and dropped this, I'm assuming the other columns you're drag and dropping are going to have the same column names and the data types. So it will just create empid 2 integer, name 2 integer, and then you'll expect to drag and drop this. Is that clear?
Yes, I think now it looks that like it's better to drag and drop the first one, which is decimal, because in case, let's say, if we have an empid let's say,
No,
not all
no. Don't do that. It will work, but don't do that. Make sure that it has the same data types in the expression. Okay, one is varchar, one is integer. Double click on that integer and make it varchar, or double click on that varchar. Make sure that they are the same ones. Because if somebody is reviewing your code, they'll say, why are you unioning two different data types, right? If the QA team is looking at your code, they will say, why does your, because they will have a spreadsheet will say, if somebody is if developer is using union, make sure that the data types are the same in source qualifiers or the expression, right?
So Abdul, while we are coming over here till the mapping, what about if we change at the first in the shortcut, like when we gonna call the source and create the target table, we see that like two sources are different, then right away we can change over there.
Yeah, you can change it over there. Either change it there or change it in the expression. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to make this back to whatever it was. So now we have the same data types. Okay. So I'm going to so no need of expression or anything. I'll just get this. So I will drag and drop this one. And this one is CA, right? So I'll go to groups and I will say CA. NY. It will automatically create an NY group with the same data types. It's assuming that whatever you're going to drag and drop from here is going to be the same. Okay. So, and then automatically output ports, it already created that decimal only. Okay. So you'll take this and map it here. So Kamran is present in both, right? Kamran is present in both. So see what happens now. So first thing, I'll make sure config object stop on error is 1. And mapping, I'll make sure reading data from the right folder. Wait. No, this is wrong.
Still, we have to use the expression. Yeah, my question was coming right now.
Yeah, if it's the same syntax, then I'll just use indirect load.
But Abdul, you see, it changed over. Union changed by itself, right?
No, union did not change. Union did not change.
Union, I think, gave whatever first we drag and drop, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the moment you drag and drop this one and create a new group,
I see.
it will create a new group with the same syntax. It doesn't care. It's already assuming that you used an expression and something is different. You already fixed something over here.
So we can pull it from the union after he's creating. We can pull it and put it to the expression back. Can we do, like, for example, like you did it like first one, right? And you gave it to the union, and union created CA and NY, and NY we can drag from there and put to the expression.
No. From here?
Yeah, kind of like it's the
No,
same
you
thing,
cannot.
right?
No, you cannot drag and drop anything from here.
Okay.
Only this is your output. Only from here you can drag and drop. You can see you cannot drag and drop anything from here. It will not connect.
Okay, got it.
You cannot, because this is just input. Only this is output. Okay, so
Yeah.
So I'll make sure that I'm reading from the right folder. This is from the right folder. So 220 Kamran is getting loaded. So Union will not remove duplicates in Union. Union will not remove duplicates in Powercenter. But if you do the same thing in SQL, these duplicates will be gone. See, one Abdul 10 will be gone. Okay, so if you want to remove duplicates here, how would you do that? If you want to remove duplicates,
Sorter.
Distinct where?
Sorter.
There, over here, over here.
No,
over
I think
here.
it will be after union, before target.
Yeah, you have to give me the complete thing. So I'll take this. Okay, the duplicates are gone. 220 Kamran is gone.
Abdul, in the mapping, can you go to mapping, please? Why we don't, if we delete the expression transformation,
this
we can
one?
just, yes. And then can we just map to straight to the union transformation, imp ID to imp ID, name to name, depth ID to depth ID? What is the logic behind that? Like, we
Like this
cannot
one?
do that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Even the data flow is gonna go to the same columns. Can you try that, please?
I guess this works. I've never done this. Yeah, that one works.
Yeah, we can use that one expression if we want to change anything in the data type, let's say to-char to decimal integer. But if we don't want to change any data type, then we can straight to map it to unit.
Yeah, you don't need that expression.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one extra transformation. Your workflow will run faster. Yeah, good point.
Okay.
Okay, now we will load duplicates because I got rid of the distinct. So is this clear to everyone? This is very straightforward. Okay, this is very straightforward. Okay, from here, all the transformations will be like one class only. We won't have something like expression for like 5-6 classes. Okay, the only reason I showed this one is in Union, you will load duplicates. If you're using Union in Powercenter, you will load duplicates. If you're using Union in Oracle, it will do distinct. If you want to load duplicates in SQL, what will you do?
Union all.
You'll say Union all. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, another thing, I uploaded all the assignment questions on the batch 10. You don't have to go to batch 9 anymore. So if you go to the Google Drive and if you go to assignments, go to batch 10, and if you go to assignments, I uploaded all the Informatica assignments here. So this is what? 6. Okay, no, 6 is. We already did 7th.
8. We were on the 8. Yeah, this one. I think first one is missing here.
Yeah, this one you still cannot do this because I did not show you that. Okay.
Abdul, I think you uploaded some assignments partially. Like a number 8 is 3-part. Like a
number 8.
Assignment 8 was like a 3 different assignment 8 over there. All of them same different like a same information but break down like to the different files.
There were 2 file formats.
No. They were 2. Yeah, they were 2 different file formats. One was text format. One was the other format. So I made sure that I have only one If you go to batch 9, you will have assignment 8 in one TXT format and one docx document format.
And can you please check the number 9? I think this was missing. If I don't make a mistake, I think so.
This one?
No, number 9. Assignment
Yeah, we
9.
don't have number 9.
Yeah, missing.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have number 9.
I think from batch
I think
9.
it's not. Yeah, even in batch 9, it's not there.
And also, if you click on the 8, there is no third question with the
Yeah, I'm going
rank.
to add that. Yes, so okay, I'll add that. The rank part, right?
Yeah, we were looking for that. Yes.
Yeah, I'll add that.
Which one? Tonya, you are talking about the assignment 8, third one?
Yeah, the rank.
Yes, the one we were looking for, Emil.
But it was over there, right? Or
it's there in batch 9. It's not there in batch 10.
Oh.
So if you go to batch 9, so this is batch 9. If you go to, okay, say all of them says edited by Irfan. Edited by Irfan, edited by Irfan. See, that's the reason I don't want to give edit access to you guys. I don't know what Irfan is editing. I only see his name editing. I don't see anybody else editing.
Maybe he don't like the questions.
Whether you like it or not, you have to do it. Irfan, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're just adding a space somewhere, or I don't know what you're doing, but please don't edit assignments.
It just got saved in Word format.
Yeah, I never had those Word formats. I don't know. You're creating Word formats. Please don't edit. Actually, I'm going to remove the edit access for assignments. You don't need edit access for assignments. See, now again, all the I cleaned up this one. Now again, they're all back. No, and this is assignment 10. I don't need this. Okay, so if you, yeah, this is assignment.
Abdul, there's another way if you want to download these files. When you hit print, it will ask you how do you want to download, how do you want to print, or you can just choose do it PDF, and then
perfect. Yeah, do it. Don't touch the. Yeah, this one, right, Tony? You're talking about.
Yes.
Yes,
So
that one.
Let me go back to my batch 10. Yeah, this is batch 10. Guys, you guys are slowing me down. You're not doing assignments and slowing me down. I know you guys are trying, but please put in some more effort. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so let me. Oh, didn't get saved. Okay, I'll just add that. Okay, I'll add that here. Okay, anybody has any questions?
Nope.
Okay, please work on, there is no assignment. Please work on all the rank, dense rank, union, whatever we discussed. Okay.
Okay, have a good night, everyone.
Okay,
So
have a good night,
So
everyone.
next time we're meeting on Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Please end the class, everyone.